Namaste, Hare Krishna viewers. Welcome once again to MK Chastro Vastu One channel. As usual, myself Jyotisha Vastu Acharya Manjunath here, and along with me Hiral Parikh ji. Hiral Parikh ji, welcome to the show.
Namaste Manjunath ji, namaste to all the viewers.
Yes, Hiral, we are on the Navagraha series. We are covering for the basic Navagraha. We are making some in between the alternative videos regarding some informative videos regarding the predictive astrology also. But meanwhile, for who are the new into the astrology, they want to learn astrology with the basics kinds of things. So we are running here the as usual, as you know, and our viewers know, the Navagraha series. So we are with the main planet, that is like Mercury, the Buddha. For the video today.
Yes, we have done a few predictive series also, and people are liking our views. They are giving their reviews about the methods and techniques that we have explained. And here we are again with the current planetary things. And today we will be talking about Mercury. So I hope people will enjoy this also.
Yes, Hiralji, as we are moving forward regarding the Buddha, so just I want to share my screen.
Yes.
So as usual, I have discussed for today, we are discussing for the Buddha, the Mercury. So I am here showing for our viewers the image of the Lord Mercury. So what is Buddha and what are the names of Buddha? Let us see first what is Buddha. Buddha Graha is a Sanskrit word that connotes the planet Mercury. The Buddha is a Puranic Hindu legends, is also a deity. And the different names of Mercury comes like Buddha, Induputra, Para, Parayana, Priyakrita, Rohineya, Somya, Somaya, Shushila, Tunga, Vidushuta. So these all are names related to the Lord Buddha only. So here the basically is the Buddha is also is known as the Somya, means the son of the moon. That is the Rohineya and Tunga. So what is Buddha? The realistic Buddha. Buddha is a young sovereign crown prince here. As translate, it is also it is translates as the awakening, are most excellently formed, which refers to the intelligence that awakens us from the consciousness. Mercury rules over the buddhi. As we know, Buddha is a karaka, the significator of the buddhi. And the discerning intelligence that comprehends the real substance from the from sat to asat, from real substance to the unreal substance. And the Mercury is as you know, as viewers know, some they are it is a legitimate offspring of the moon, and it is a consort of Brihaspati Tara, which is shown in the names as I told, Induputra, Somaja, and Vidushuta, as I explained. All this name meaning it is a child of the moon. And the Saumya name is why it is came to the Buddha means it is Saumya means it is belonging to the Lord Moon.
Yes.
Here the moon represents the consciousness, and Mercury being the child of the moon is that which comes from the consciousness. So which is a representations of consciousness and along with the intelligence also. As I told, Buddha is a Buddhi Karaka. So as here Mercury lordships over the intellect and the faculty of the mind can arrive at understanding, perception, and spiritualized intellect. And Mercury as Buddha represent the awakening of both of these types of intellects, first by making the conjugative beings and then by attracting our congruence towards that which is the real thing.
Yes.
So as we mature spiritually, we conjoin more and more the true nature of the things. Means until we are awakened to know the knowledge of the soul, that is the Atma. if for example, for our basic learners, we can tell like this: if Mercury is well situated in the horoscope, the individual is able to understand that which they put in their minds into.
Right.
If same way, if the Mercury is afflicted, the preconceptions, misconceptions, and the personal conceptions will interrupt their ability to see the true nature of that which they are attempting to understand. And Mercury is associated with the speech, metamorphical speech, and it can associated with the humorous situations also in general. And Mercury is the always, you might be knowing, Mercury is coming always close to the sun, and it's the 8th largest of the 9 planets. In Hindu mythology, Buddha, the name for the planet Mercury, is a son of a Chandra, as I told you. And if you go on the zodiac ruling of a Buddha, which is ruling the sign Gemini and the Virgo. So these two signs symbolizes the human forms, whereas all other signs of the zodiac signs have non-human forms. I mean that the ancient astrologer visualized the Gemini as a pair of human beings.
Yes.
Like bearing a harp and the mace. In ancient Hindu society, the status of virgin was very high. So even God also having the highest of the self, high esteem to them. So these two symbols, while our rishis, our sages are meditating over this symbol, one comes to realize the great potential of divine creation in a young Virgo. And going to tell beyond this about the Virgo, astrologically, Virgo is a woman sitting in a boat carrying with her corn and the fire. Here, if you are jumping for that one, the boat symbolizes the eternal journey and the corn sustains the life. And fire is the spiritual essence of the things. And association of Mercury with the Virgo, where Mercury is also exalted, indicates the stage of human growth where sacrifice is more important than acquisition of power and the material attainment.
Right.
And being coming for Buddha's friendship, Buddha is always friendly to the planet Sun and Venus and enemy to the moons due to the mythological story. You can also explain in detail about for our viewers.
Yes.
And it is this Buddha is neutral to the Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, and Saturn and Venus rule the 5th house of the Libra and the 9th house of Aquarius from the Gemini, and 5th house of the Capricorn and 9th house of the Taurus from the Virgo. These are all the astrological combination if you consider as Virgo and Gemini as the Buddha's signs.
Yes.
And the 5th house represents the Kriya Mana Karna and the efforts of the incarnation also. And coming to the Buddha's image and the color, Buddha is represented as being the very mild and eloquent and greenish in the color. And he is represented holding a sword and club and the shield. He considered to be about 20 years old. He endowed with an attractive psyche and capacity to make puns, use words with something with funny words also. Means he has that sense of humor.
Humor. Yes.
And he here, as you are seeing, he rides in a white chariot illuminated by light and drawn by the 10 horses. So, and his caste is a Vaishya, the merchant. And the Buddha basically name came from the intelligent or wise.
Right.
And it is given by the Lord Brahma because of his quick mind and quick decisions and quick thinking. And same way, the Lord Brahma made Buddha the Lord of Earth and gave him the status of planet. is generally considered auspicious but sensitive. And he has associated with the direction of a north also, because north generally as per Vastu we considered Kuber and the lord of wealth also. So many more things regarding the Buddha. If it is going, if we go on explaining the Buddha, as we are with our series only, we are given in our planetary, the Navagraha series, as we have given keywords kind of thing, as we given the sun as a power, moon as a mood, Mars as a desire. Main Buddha as a application of mind. Means I want to say, wherever the planet Buddha, means whichever horoscope, they applies their mind there.
Yes.
Means all application of mind comes through Buddha.
Right.
So you want to add any more inputs to this, Hiralji?
Yeah, sure. You have explained it quite nicely. And I would like to take it further. So
Yeah.
can you just stop sharing your screen? Yeah, I'll just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay. As you said that Mercury is the crown prince known as Buddha. See, we have explained our viewers about the king's sun, queen moon, and the army chief Mars. Then comes the crown prince Mercury. We can also say that in our body, after our soul, our mind, and our courage, comes the logic in us. That logic is Mercury. And this is the way we are adding colors to the personality and behavior of the human being. See, a human being needs a soul, he needs a mind, he needs a courage, and he needs a logic also. And further, as we will explain the other grahas, those grahas are also adding some colors to our personality. So this is the most important, I will say, planet in the system, and it is very, very important. After having a good soul, if you don't have a logic, then there is no point in living the life in a right manner. And as we had discussed in the Chandra video, Mercury is the illegitimate child of Chandra and Tara, wife of Guru, that is Jupiter. So Mercury possesses the qualities of Chandra, definitely, because it is in the DNA of Mercury. But the difference between Moon and Mercury is that Moon is very, very emotional, and Mercury governs the logic, the buddhi. In Hindi, we say the tark which every one of us have in us. The reasoning capacity in us is attained by Mercury in the chart. Just as mind thinks many things at a time, Mercury is the curious one. That is, it will ask a lot of questions in a short span of time. Mark the Sanskrit name of Buddha. It means learned. Buddha itself means learned. So, and Mercury acts as a messenger between the innate soul and the periphery materialistic world. Whatever it is in our soul, whatever it is in our mind, it comes out into materialistic world. That is Mercury. The influences of Mercury in the chart will determine the clarity of one's intellect, youthfulness, and the ability to communicate. It is very important that intellect should be there, youthfulness should be there, and the communication should be there. If we can't communicate, then we can't stay alive.
Correct.
And Mercury is married to Ela, who was cursed to be a male for 15 days and a female for the next 15 days. But Mercury is a very adjustable planet. So he took this curse as a boon and adopted the option of changing himself. So 15 days he is becoming the male and 15 days as a female. So we can say that Mercury can be homosexual, bisexual, and in astrology it is considered as a neutral planet. Because of this nature, he can adapt any situation well. Imagine a businessman who has to adapt new ways to keep his business going. Definitely, if a person will not change himself when he is doing a business, he can't keep on going his business, right? So
Yes.
there is no permanent friendship or friendship while running a business, and ego also can't be a part of a healthy business. So the business community, that is the Vaishya, is connected to Mercury.
Okay.
The Vaishya people, the business community, they can't afford to keep a permanent friendship or friendship with anybody. They have to deal with a lot of kind of people. So
Right.
they are very, very adjustable, and they can't keep ego also. This is what I wanted to explain, and that is the reason that Vaishya community is connected to Mercury. See, we all know currency notes, and it is also referred as green money. This is also connected with Mercury, and Mercury is a Lakshmi, we say in Hindi. And what is Lakshmi? Lakshmi is very chanchal, and it never stays with a single person. So the thing is that even the money is associated with Mercury, and never stays with anybody permanently. And that is the reason that Mercury people are always like, they try to adapt with the person they stay with. Now we can also define Mercury as a teenager who is old enough. He can understand a lot of things. A teenager, we all know that they can understand a lot of things, but they can't be defined as a child or as an adult. They are the students who always keep asking questions to their teachers in the class. They need reasons to accept any theory or fact. So Mercury oriented people are very good teachers, mathematicians, scientists, news reporters, analysts, advocates, translators. All these things require communication. All these things require some curiousness in them. So these are the type of people Mercury, they are associated with Mercury. Now, Mercury is not only reasoning. Mercury rules the dual signs of Gemini and Virgo, and it is symbolizing the duality, copy, and twins. It is greatly associated with twins and copy. They have the ability to grasp and mimic others. So they become very good mimicry artists, actors, singers, writers, poets. See, all the mimicry artists, what they do, they copy a certain actor, right?
Correct.
So it is the Mercury which is giving them this power,
Mhm.
not any other planet. So now I will be sharing some famous personalities with very good Mercury traits. First is a British singer and songwriter,
Mhm.
Freddie Mercury. See, his name only consists Mercury.
Yes.
So we can definitely associate the planet Mercury with him. And
Okay.
he was the lead vocalist of rock band Queen. He was known for his octave vocal range. Now, why does the octave vocal range? It is again associated with Mercury. We will be learning few other things in our session, and people will definitely learn that why this example is being taken.
Yeah.
Now, he was able to sing in various vocal ranges. See, the throat is also Mercury. So when we talk about singing, vocal ranges, all these things are associated with this person. A research team undertook a study in 2016 and confirmed his 3 octave ranges. Moreover, he was noted for his live performances where he would sing anything in any style with enormous charisma. So this is the real people with good Mercury and everything. And we have other actors, other mimicry artists like Sudesh Bhosle also, who can mimic any actor. He can even imitate the actor's voice during singing a song. And he's very, very famous for imitating Mr. Amitabh Bachchan's voice in the songs. There are many, many songs we think as if Mr. Bachchan has only sung in the movie, but it is not him. It is Mr. Sudesh Bhosle who has sung for him. And another example is Shakuntala Devi, an Indian mathematician and who was popularly known as the human computer. She has earned her place in Guinness Book of World Records, and she also wrote a book on homosexuals. That is the world of homosexuals. You can see she is a mathematician, and she has wrote a book on homosexuals. So she is a perfect example of being a prominent Mercury personality. And she
Yes.
has suffered to respiratory problems also. Now
Okay.
respiratory, that is our lungs, it is symbolized by Gemini sign. Gemini is again the sign of Mercury. So these were certain examples to make people understand that what a Mercurian can be.
Yeah.
What is a natural tendency of Mercury? Mercury's natural tendency is to act according to its association. As I told before also, that is the reason Vaishya community is associated with it. Now it gets influenced very easily. Thus it behaves as a benefic under benefic influence and as a malefic under a malefic influence. Now we all know that sun is believed to be the symbol of our soul, and he is the god of the cosmic intelligence. If a person has a good soul, if a person has a good sun in his chart and it is ruling a good house also in that
Yes.
person's, in that native's chart, then
Mhm.
obviously he will be considered as a very intelligent person, and it is he who controls the solar system. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, being the first from the sun, so it is used to sun's heat. It always, we all know that Mercury always is with sun only. It transits with sun only most of the cases. So even if Mercury gets combust, we should consider as if the buddhi in us is governed by the sun. This is something which I have closely observed, that even a combust Mercury gives its results. Obviously it is combust, it will be irritated because of the people associated with the sun, that is his father or any authority or something. I don't deny it, but still his buddhi will be governed by the sun. This is because Mercury will take up sun's quality and will ultimately behave as a sun. And this is possible only with the planet Mercury, not any other planet. Because Mercury only has the power to adapt to the sun's qualities. No other planet can do. They will not leave their qualities. Whereas Mercury doesn't have a quality of its own. So this is the reason that this is possible only with Mercury. So the result of Mercury in a chart will vary on its conjunctions and aspects. So this is something people should consider when looking at a combust Mercury in any person's chart. And I just hope that whenever Mercury is combust in any person's chart, the sun and the Mercury both are ruling good houses in their chart. Otherwise, it can be little problematic. But
Correct.
anyways, it's a very good thing. There is no need to fear that my Mercury is combust or something.
Correct.
Now, Mercury is closely associated with Lord Vishnu. Now, we will see some incarnation of Lord Vishnu and
Yes.
goddess Lakshmi.
Yes.
Deity of Mercury is Lord Vishnu, and Lord Krishna is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And Lord Krishna's wife was Rukmini, his first Patrani, what we say, his first queen
Okay.
was goddess was Rukmini, that is, she was the incarnation of goddess Lakshmi.
Mhm.
Now, during the Mahabharata times, King Bhishmaka was blessed by 5 sons, that is
Okay.
Rukmi, Rukmaratha,
Mhm.
Rukmamali, Rukmapahu, Rukma Kesa, and daughter Rukmini. So Rukmini had 5 brothers. Now, his 5 sons are depicted as the 5 senses. 5 senses are known as the Panch Gyanendriya or Panchendriya.
Okay.
Gyanendriya, what it means? The senses. That is the touch, sight, hearing, smell, and taste.
Correct.
And Rukmini is considered to be as Buddhi. See, senses are also Mercury and Buddhi is also Mercury. Everything. See, we touch something, we see something, we hear something, smell and taste. Everything is connected to some or the other communication part.
Yes.
So Mercury is working over here. And Buddhi is again Mercury, as we have already discussed. So one should always treat Buddhi as your girl child, not as a slave, and make your Buddhi disciplined. It is very important. If a father has a son and a daughter, he will be little strict with the daughter. He won't be that much strict with the son. Why? Because she needs to be trained. She needs to be disciplined. She has to face a lot of things in her life, and if she'll be disciplined, she will be working better.
Yes.
So we should always discipline our buddhi, not to let it go haywire. Only then we can progress.
Yes.
Now the story goes like this, that see, Panchendriyas are very, very important to carry out our day-to-day activities, but it also distracts us when we try to move in the direction of God. Just imagine a person is meditating and then he will think of all the good things that he can eat after having his meditation. He will think of some delicacies, or he will think of having a Mercedes or having a big home. So our thoughts, our Gyanendriyas, they will not let us move into the direction of God. Similarly, Rukmini's brothers wanted her to marry Shishupal, whereas she was keen to marry Krishna. See, the buddhi should always go towards the Lord. It should not go towards any other thing. And Shishupal, the name itself describes Shishu and Pal. Shishu means a child, and Pal, who is bringing up the child. So what can this person do? He can only have children. He can't do anything else.
Correct.
Whereas the buddhi should go towards the Lord. And so she was very much keen to move towards Lord Krishna. Finally, she wrote a letter, which was the world's first love letter.
Oh, is it? Very
Yes.
interesting.
Very, very interesting. This was very interesting.
Correct.
And she wrote a letter to Lord Krishna and admitted that she has heard about him and fallen in love with him. And she got the letter delivered through a Brahmin.
Oh,
Can you imagine? The first love letter was delivered by a Brahmin.
sounds to be interesting, and it's hearing also sounds to be whatever you tell. It's like something genuine, and it's curious. Our viewers might not be knowing these things.
Yeah, this is the video on Mercury. People should get curious.
Yes.
So Krishna abducted Rukmini, and finally they got married. Now, in this whole episode, what is to be noted is that Rukmini, the buddhi, ignored her brothers, that is the Panchendriyas, to move towards Lord Vishnu. She had heard about Lord Vishnu's valor, that is Krishna's valor and courage. See, everything in this story is related to the Mercury traits: valor, courage, heard, wrote a letter. Everything is connected to third house.
With all respect to communication.
Yeah, all respect to communication, because Lord Vishnu is the deity of Mercury and Lord Vishnu's avatar is Lord Krishna. That is the reason. Now, this is a simple, it is not that much important, but still I would like to discuss it. That Rukmini's letter, which she had written to Lord Krishna, this is the Rukmini Patra, and it is still available at Dwarka's Rukmini Mandir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is a very, very important thing for any girl who wants to get married.
Okay.
If she reads this letter in the evening to Lord Krishna, then, and with the with thinking that I want to get married, please help me out. Then Lord
with some sort of sankalpa she can make.
Some sort of sankalpa. Then she can definitely get married. She will get a good bridegroom for herself. So
Okay.
the first line, I'll just read out the first line. That Shrutva Gunan Sundar Shrunvatam Te Nirvishya Karana Vivrairtung Tapam. See, Shrutva means what? Hearing. Shrutva Guna. Guna means the qualities. What is she writing? Lord, I have heard about your qualities.
Okay.
You are very, very beautiful. You are very, very handsome. And Shrutva Gunana Bhuvana Sundar Shrunvatamte Nirvishya Karana Virhevtung Tapam means I have heard from my ears, I have heard from many kings about you, and I am very much attracted to you. Again,
Okay.
the first line itself is denoting us the Mercury quality.
Okay.
So this is the whole this letter, and one can definitely find it on any this thing, social media or something. If they
Okay.
can't, they can message us if any girl wants it. It is really a great thing. Not because it's only because for the females. Anybody can read it, and they can definitely move towards God more.
Okay.
Yeah. See, now Mercury. We'll come back to our Mercury chapter. Mercury is a communication and nervous system. Talking about our body. If one wants his nervous system to be fit and fine, he has to wake up early in the morning and do exercise, as Mercury gets Dikbala in the first house during sunrise. Always during the sunrise, Mercury will be in the first house itself. Chanting mantras and studying at this hour also helps a person. If a child is weak in studies, he should study early in the morning, which will help him memorize everything. Mercury gives very good power, memory power.
Yes, as you rightly told, Hiralji, I want
Yes.
to add one more point here. As
Right.
Mercury, the nervous system, as you have rightly quoted, for example, there is a creation when there is a sun. Why there is sun after Mercury in the this Navagraha system? Because sun is a soul, and whenever any lady conceives, the first only before first the soul comes in the body, then she conceives. After
Right.
that soul, the womb before the creation, when the womb is performed, when the womb has been created, the nervous system first comes into the picture. So that's why one soul comes, then is the next place is of the Mercury because of a nervous system.
Yes, yes, correct, correct. You have quoted very nicely. Then moving on, Mercury rules our hands, communication, throat, neck, lungs, courage, writing, skills, logic, stomach, because it is ruling the sixth house, depths,
Yeah.
routine, litigation, everything comes under the sixth house. So
Yeah.
when Mercury is weak, a person may suffer from skin diseases, especially the hands, communication issues, sore throat, lungs, stomach issues, jaundice, hearing problems. See, Mercury is ruling the third house, so it definitely affects the ENT, that is the ear, nose, and the throat.
Yeah.
People stammer because of bad Mercury, problems in memorizing things, which may lead to Alzheimer's syndrome also. So what one should do, this is a small remedy, very, very important and very effective remedy. I have seen it working very nicely. One should worship Lord Vishnu on Wednesdays, eat, donate green vegetables, green gram, donate books and stationery, especially to a girl child. जो कन्याएं होती है ना, small little girl,
Yes, yes, yes.
they should sponsor studies of a child and recite Vishnu Sahasra Namavli, either at the sunrise or sunset. Mercury is very, very powerful during both these times. And ultimately, I will say that Mercury is the prana, that is the breath.
Yeah.
Okay. And always our sages say that we all have a definite number of breaths to be taken. When that ends, our life also ends. So Mercury becomes very important. And our sages have rightly said that our nose should always be clean so that we can intake knowledge along with fresh air. Yeah. This is very important tip. Always keep your nose and your ears also clean, because both are connected to Mercury. And we can, if we can listen, see in the Paramparagat Guru Shishya Parampara previously, children were not given education by writing. Their children, their teachers used to speak. The gurus you should speak, and then they were having the communication through. They were learning everything by hearing,
Yes,
not by
Siralji, as you
writing.
rightly
By writing.
said, there is a saying in Sanskrit like Shravanam, Mananam. Those
Yes,
sequence they used to follow.
yes. So that system was very, very correct system. But nowadays we are writing. It's okay. That is also good practice, but
Yes,
it is very important. Now, Mercury is a planet for intelligence and wisdom. How can we forget Lord Ganesha? So it is associated with Lord Ganesha, and if you observe very closely, Lord Ganesha has also two heads. Again, two twins, dual, everything. He has two wives, Riddhi and Siddhi, and
Mhm.
two sons, Labh and Shubh.
Okay.
So this was a little bit information from my side
Yeah.
for Mercury.
Yes, Siralji, it was
Hope
very informative.
everyone will like it.
Informative. It might to be tends to be lengthy for our viewers, but I hope our viewers can enjoy this video. Get a pin-to-pin information which are we have
Yes.
collected. It's all of a basic and it's all of a very informative and very knowledgeable one. If they're really interested, they can go in depth of the Mercury also. So far, the leftover information we can cover up our in part 2 video also. So I thank viewers for watching this video completely. So I request always to stay tuned with our channel. Click on the like button and hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon also to receive day-to-day updates of our videos. Thank you, viewers. Namaste. Hare Krishna.
Namaste, Hare Krishna.